The rules state an institutional employee may not provide a student athlete with the use of an automobile. Now, we cross-referenced the license plate number with Hertz Rent-A-Car and contacted the person who paid for the 3-day rental. Records also show Harris is a repeat offender when it comes to not showing up in court and not paying his fines. Harris has amassed more than $8,500 in unpaid fines dating back more than 2 years. We have some breaking news involving the Oregon football team. Linebacker Kiko Alonso, the Oregonian is reporting, has been arrested and released tonight. He is charged with burglary, criminal trespass, and criminal mischief. Now, Alonso was suspended last year after he was charged with DUII. We'll have more details on this later on tonight up on our website at KEZI.com underneath our Daily Duck blog. This is the official scorebook from today's game, and one letter sticks out from the rest. The letter K. Now, superlatives are thrown around like baseballs in the sports world. Amazing, incredible, unbelievable. But on the first day of the Major League Baseball postseason, something happened that can only be described as all of the above. It was spring football Saturday in Oregon, and the Ducks added to their scheduled ceremonies to honor the armed forces by recognizing the ultimate sacrifice made by Eugene police officer Chris Kilcullen. EPD and Chris's wife Christy received a special framed jersey with Kilcullen's name, plus a moment of silence prior to kickoff. First Super Bowl for Loomis and the Saints. They came roaring out of the locker room. Both teams pumped for this one. It was 10-6 Colts at the half, but then momentum shifted. Kickoff, right? No problem. Onside kick, though. A surprise by the Saints and a huge gamble, a big scrum for the ball. They can't figure out who has it. Hold on to that ball, and New Orleans gets it. Big shift in this game. New Orleans on the ensuing drive. Drew Brees, screen pass to Pierre Thomas, picks up some blockers, cuts it back into the end zone, and New Orleans has its first lead of the game in the third quarter, 13-10. Colts were poised, though. Peyton Manning, hands off, next drive to Joseph Adai. He's got his own cutback, and he's in. 17-13, Indy up. Fourth quarter, 5 minutes left. Brees hooks up with Jeremy Shockey. They take the lead back 24-17 after the two-point conversion. 3 minutes left. Colts need a touchdown, and Peyton Manning makes a huge mistake. Intercepted by Tracy Porter. 74 yards into the end zone, into glory, into the history books. 31-17 the final, a championship and a trophy that transcends sports. Tonight against Charlotte, Craig Robinson's players look like they didn't want any more of those 5 a.m. practices following a loss. Senior Calvin Haynes, he's been ice cold, 1 of 11 from beyond the arc coming in, but not the case in this one. First minute of play, Haynes lets it fly. He's off to a good start. 1 shot, 1 3. A couple minutes later, Haynes again, this time from the corner. What slump? He had 17 first half points en route to a game high 27, but you're not impressed yet? How about this? The backdoor cut, slashes with the left. That gave him 1,000 points in his career. 35th player in OSU history to do that. Beavs were up 9 at recess. Then they got in a New York state of mind. The freshman from the Bronx, Devon Collier, had 12-4 in his first career start. The Beavs win 83-70.
KEZI 9 News sports anchor Steve Andress is here to tell us what the loss of Alonso might mean. Steve?
Oh, we don't know yet if he's going to be suspended for any games, but considering he was suspended for all of last season, that's obviously a very real possibility, and that would leave the Ducks very thin at middle linebacker. Kiko Alonso is one of only 2 scholarship players at the position currently on roster. DeWitt Stuckey is the other. Now, Chip Kelly, defensive coordinator Nick Aliotti, and linebackers coach Don Pelham all told me throughout spring practices Alonso was really impressing them. Stuckey and Alonso battled for the starting spot, but a concussion limited Stuckey the last 2 weeks of spring, allowing Alonso to take all the first-team reps. Here's what Kelly had to say after the spring game about Alonso's strong play.
He's shown improvement. He made some really big plays today. He's a tough, hard-nosed, physical kid, and it was unfortunate in what happened to him because at the end of the year, in 08, he was really playing very well. He made a key stop on 3rd down in the Civil War that I can still picture right now in my mind where he shot the gap and hit Quiz in the backfield to make a big play for us. And we had such high hopes for him, that he would have been a key contributor to last year's team.
Alonso's suspension could also create a huge opportunity for incoming 4-star freshman Anthony Wallace. Wallace is a consensus top 10 middle linebacker out of Dallas, Texas. He's expected to arrive on campus sometime this summer for voluntary workouts. Chip Kelly spoke to a radio station in Portland today about Alonso's suspension. We'll have that coming up in sports at 6:30. For now, back to you guys.
All right. Thanks, Steve.